Hi Cancer, welcome to your January 2019 card reading. I'm going to be pulling some tarot cards for you, and I'm using the deck of the Gilded Tarot by Chiro Manchetti. Oh, I'm hoping I'm saying this right. Probably not, it's been different every time. I'm going to use a couple of clarifier cards too from the normal Rider-Waite deck here, and then also some, just going to give you a message, an extra message from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. So let's have a look what's ahead for you, Cancer, in January 2019. I hope you've had a wonderful festive season and that you've had a very, very joyous time and stayed very safe as well during that time. So just going to pull a few cards. Let's have a little bit of a look here for you. Okay, the overall energies for January 2019 for you, Cancer, is the Wheel of Fortune. Whoops, there we go, the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful card in its own right. It's saying, it's like the Karma card, what you've had from the past, coming to the present. It's also about things turning around in motion, starting to go around, starting to move forward. So really good indication of what's ahead already for you for January 2019. I'll just lay some cards out. Hopefully you can see them. And then I'll go and explain them. All right. Let's have a look. Okay, very interesting. The first card here that comes out is the Hermit card. Beautiful card in its own right, but it's also saying you've looked at things. Well, I'm passing on some messages at Spirit as well, and I always lay the cards out upright because Spirit will tell me what's going on here. It won't resonate with everybody, but take what you need to learn and, and discard the rest. But here, interesting, the Hermit comes out and it's saying looking deep within, using your intuition, getting to the heart of the matter, and really learning about things. Learning about your spiritual side, but learning where your knowledge is coming from. So this is knowledge. So it's sort of like saying where it's coming from, deep within your knowledge, so that you can go forward in certain areas of your life. Now, we've got the next card here, and this is the Page of Cups. And it's saying that it's going to come quite quickly too. So the emotional side of things is going to come quite quickly. We're going to have a little bit of a look around the cards, and I can already see it's to do with work. And money. So looking here, the very first card was the Hermit. So looking deep within, thinking about things, studying, learning, different ways how to handle it. Here, it's bringing things into action, bringing your emotions into action, something that you're going to love, something that you're actually going to have passion for. Okay, so this is a really, really good card. And it's going to come quite quickly too, around the January time. We have the Sun card. Best card in the tarot, okay? It denotes a happy outcome. It denotes that this is the right direction, needing to look at things from a brighter perspective too, because bright things await, particularly the new roads, the new implementations that you're going to do with concerns to your job and your money situation as well, looking at budgets, turning things around and not over-analysing it, but getting on with it. So really learning about that. Here, this next card here, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is near the end of completion. So something's going to come up. So you're learning your lessons. Basically, you're learning your lessons. And interestingly enough, the Wheel of Fortune is about learning lessons, learning karmic lessons. So here, it's about saying pushing through, really giving it that last nudge. You are nearly there. And, you know, it is to do with work. Wands are to do with work here, creativity, work, all of that. So very interesting card. So keep pushing, keep going. You are on the right path when it does come to your work, but implementing those ideas for it to push through is fantastic. We have here too the Five of Swords. That's coming up next. The only thing with this card, because look, at the end of the day, it won't resonate with everybody, but we're talking about it can be a little bit of a Debbie Downer card. All right, so the Five of Swords can indicate a little bit of deceit. What I'm hearing from Spirit is it's about just watching who you tell, about your ideas, about implementing your ideas, all of those things coming up. You just have to be aware that there may be someone who's a little bit jealous around you, okay? So this is what I'm hearing here. or stealing your ideas if you speak too much. So that's something about it's worth keeping it a little bit to yourself in the months of January about new year, brand new ways of looking at things. Interestingly enough, we have the Ace of Wands, which indicates brand new beginnings in work. This is just new. This is fresh. This is new. This is creative. It's saying, wow, it's all coming. And when it's in alignment with the Sun card under here, it's saying, yeah, this is really going to work. So different aspects of your work are coming through, indicating that newness, new beginnings, freshness, and your ideas are really going to go, really come about, like really move forward here on the Wheel of Fortune. So really move forward with that one. Justice card comes up next. Now the Justice card, sorry, getting a little bit light there. The Justice card, it means you're getting your just desserts. So that doesn't mean in a bad way, not whatsoever. It means that it's rewards. It's working out in your favour. It's really going to come again really full. The hard work that you put into it, pushing through, you're going to get rewards for that. Now, interestingly enough, the next card next to it is the Ace of Pentacles. That indicates that there is money, fresh new beginnings in the money. So this little bit of or perhaps new implementation of strategies of how you're going to do your work are really going to come out and benefit you. Absolutely. So these are your just rewards, the money that you're owed, the money that is going to work for you. So new cycles in money from this little venture. Okay, so it might even be a brand new venture, but a new way of looking at things too, and how you do your work as well. This can really benefit you. The final card here is the Queen of Cups. This indicates really loving energy. It's also the sign of Cancer itself, the Cups. And it's a beautiful sign saying that it's very nurturing, it's very loving, it's very passionate, and it's very compassionate too. So you're going to love it, and it's going to benefit you very, very well. So it's sort of like not tug on your heartstrings, but it's going to open up your heart because it's something really good about your work. That's going to be fantastic. I'm just going to get a few clarifying cards here just to see where we're at with that, with the Rider-Waite, just to see a little bit more clarity on your work and your money situation here for you as well. It's interesting, that one flipped over here. That is the Seven of Swords. So when we're taking the Five of Swords, interestingly enough, this one's also about jealousy. Okay, someone's jealous and, you need to leave that poop behind. But Five of Swords, that can also mean deceit, like I was saying before. So just be aware of that one. That's a bit of a jumper, that one. So we'll have a little bit of a look just to go around. But it's also communication. So looking at that one. So when you're communicating around work, because the wands are also communication too. So knowing that it's bringing out the truth, all right? So just being aware of that. When you're, letting people know. I know it's exciting when you do new things and everything, but sometimes you actually just have to, be aware of who you tell. Interestingly enough, the Knight of Cups is coming. It's going to be not handed to you on a plate, but you're going to love it. It's going to bring a lot of joy to you. It's going to bring a lot of emotions, those sorts of things. It's going to be really, really good for you. So coming into that, making decisions. Making decisions about how you do your work and how you communicate and what you're thinking about, implementing those new ways of looking at work. So there could be a choice coming up for you doing that. Now the Hierophant comes in, using your intuition. So again, we're looking at when the Hermit come out, using your intuition, being very wise about your decision making, and even asking for help, because there are people around there willing to help you. Again, just be careful who you tell. All right, that's the thing that I'm getting from Spirit. Just be careful about who you tell. You might love it because it's also a sign of marriage, but it's a sign of, making sure that you use your heightened intuition when thinking about, you know, your work and your creative ideas that are coming in there. Temperance is the next card that comes out here. Beautiful. This is a balance, a real balance. But also, don't leave yourself short. When you empty the cup, sometimes you are emptying yourself. You're working very, very hard. So you'll need to find a little balance here. That's coming in from here, but it's also emotional healing, very healing. So you may find that you're going to probably feel a wow, oh, now I get it, now I understand it. So there are better ways to work. So maybe your routines, everything like that are coming from that. It's just going to give you a lot of balance from here. I'm just going to finish off here with this one as well, get a little bit of clarity about the most likely advice, outcome perhaps, if you like, that's coming from there. Now we've got the Seven of Cups. That's here. Don't be too confused. I know there might be a few different options about there, but don't let it confuse you. Don't let it get to you. Have a look at the options clearly. Take your time when you're having a look around, okay? Because there will be a few things that are on offer. A few different ways of working this. All right. Tower. Now, it's interesting, before I even started your reading, Cancer, I did have a tower that came to me. Spirit did show me the Tower card, even before I did it. And this is something that's going to be, wow, it's an epiphany. I see this in a good way. I really do see this in a good way. It's not a bad card, but you need to, when the Tower comes, it is about really learning lessons as well, okay? So with this one, out with the old, in with the new ways of looking at things, and some foundations have to be rocked and have to be, you know, taken out, old ways of thinking, so that new ways can actually come in and benefit you too. We are talking about the money side of thing, and I know the Devil comes out, and it can be quite a negative card, but we're not saying, I don't feel it is negative, definitely not from Spirit. This is the material side of things. Okay, because the Devil does denote, it can be obsessive, okay, and you may find that you might be a little bit obsessive, about the new way that you're working, or how do I find a result? Oh my gosh, you know, working towards money. Oh my gosh, how can I do this? How can I do it better? How can I get more money? And even though you've got great results from the Sun, you might find yourself, they're sitting there obsessing about even further. All right, even further. So just watch your tendency to do that, but it is about material stuff, okay? Material, like your tangibles, like your money and your possessions and all that. And the one to crown that is the Knight of Wands, which does indicate there's lots of change. It's coming very, very fast. And so this is a good card. It also means travel as well, but we're talking about change here. So there are changes that are coming, definitely. When it has to do with your work life, it is necessary to get it through so that you can clear out the old, so that new ways can come in, new ways of thinking. This is going to be really good. So I do see that when we're talking overall about your spread here, when you're getting these new ways coming through, it's going to be good. It really is. You will have a lot of choices that are going there, different ways, tweaking it. It's going to be good. Just take your time and use your intuition when you're coming onto this. Now, this is an extra message from the Animal Spirit Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So we're just giving you an extra message here. What does Cancer need to know for January 2019? What's the extra message for Cancer? Here we go. Fox Spirit. Now, it says think on your feet. Fox Spirit is very, very fast moving. Okay, so I hope you can see that. Beautiful cards. Very, very fast. Fast movement, going around, really, really quick. And when we're talking about Fox Spirit, now, a lot of the Fox cards or the animal actually indicates against deception. Okay, so also be aware of deception, which comes in line with jealousy and deception here in the tarot cards. So very important to remember. So just be on your guard. It's going to go very, very quickly, but just remember who you tell is going to be very important for your Cancer. So good luck for 2019 in January, Cancer. I will speak to you very, very soon.